Hi, my name is Caesar, welcome to my VSL, and in this quick video I'm going to go through how we can add 20 to 40k thousand dollars to your monthly recurring revenue in 60 to 90 days through Twitter acquisition funnels. A system that involves both inbound and outbound funnels and also involves building out a full acquisition infrastructure for your B2B marketing agency, which is the niche that we specialize in. We've worked with over 30 clients, we've written over 5,000 content pieces, and we are generating around about 5 million views every month at the time of me recording this video, and we are handling round about a little over 100k followers across our clients. If you want to really quickly go through our system and know basically what our offer is about and what our system does, you can pause the video and analyze this if you want, but I'm going to go more into depth into this later down the video. Okay, we've scaled many different niches. Probably your niche is here, just so that you know that we probably have experience in your B2B marketing agency, in your industry and in your niche, which is also always nice to know. And now you are probably asking yourself, like, why does this matter? Why am I even watching this video? Like, why should this even matter to you? And my answer to that specific question that you are probably asking yourself right now is that you are probably facing any of the issues that our clients face before signing with us, which is basically not being able to post consistently on Twitter, not being able to basically reliably sign clients from Twitter, both inbound and outbound wise, not being able to build an engaged audience of loyal fans that leads to reach, traffic, and opportunities such as hopping on podcasts or getting like referrals or even hiring new team members to your team, new employees and such, and you probably can't be recognized and treated as the expert and niche authority that you actually are on Twitter. You are probably looking at your competitors on Twitter, you are seeing them going viral every single day, booking calls every single day, getting a ton of motion on Twitter, and you deep down you know you deserve more, deep down you know you deserve the same as them or even more, because you probably are better than them, you have more case studies, you have more aura, you know more about your space and your industry and your area of expertise. However, you simply can't crack Twitter. You simply can't book calls from Twitter, sign clients from Twitter, and basically get motion on Twitter and build a good brand for yourself. And when you finally can get some motion on Twitter and get some views in and such, it's normally short-lived. You can't keep up that momentum, and you are probably not attracting the right people in the first place. You are probably just going viral in to these weird people, like with this weird rage bait that had nothing to do with your niche and generated 0 booked calls and 0 clients. And when you finally book a call from Twitter, the guy is completely unqualified, he doesn't trust you, he doesn't have buyer's intent, he gives you 1,000 fake objections, and he doesn't even know who you are, and that's if he even shows up for the call. And he probably thought it was free or a 100% rev share deal or something like that. And your solution to all of these problems that I just mentioned are basically two, right? There are 2 routes that you can go when after facing these problems. You can basically do 2 things, right? You can, one, just try to fix things yourself, try to get everything done yourself, spend hours trying to figure out Claude, post inconsistently and hope for the best, send cold DMs that get ignored or even flagged or even get you landing in spam or even get your account suspended, continue to have like no system, basically like you will continue to have no system for tracking leads, tracking engagement, tracking your views, and you'll continue to like simply just basically post on Twitter blindly without analyzing things, without analyzing what worked, because honestly you don't have time for doing those things, and you'll basically like burn yourself out trying to figure out Twitter when you probably should be focusing on high leverage tasks such as hopping on sales calls or building out your team culture, building out your vision, hiring people, like doing other things, right, fulfillment wise and all of these other things, instead of being posting on Twitter. Probably, right? That's at least what I would advise you to do, probably. And yeah, you'll just continue to do these months of trial and error, maybe spend an entire year just to get some motion, and even then it's like not 100% guarantee that you'll be signing clients, because getting views and signing clients are 2 completely different things and 2 completely different services, okay? And you'll get no ROI from Twitter, or you can just partner with us and basically get a gigantic team of experts, a team of appointment setters, of engagement specialists, ghostwriters, account managers, CSMs, VAs, everything that you may think of, working on your account to get you motion, to get you views, to get you signing clients, to get you amazing results, and get you the so-called 20 to 40k added to your MRR in 60 to 90 days. And if you don't believe that we can basically deliver these results, then just continue watching this video because I'm going to show you some case studies right now. So first of all, very quickly, this was an ecom ads agency targeting DTC brands, of course. So like he was running Google ads for DTC brands, and we added 20.5k to his MRR in 60 days. We booked him 41 calls. We added 4.5k new followers in this time period, and now it has been round about 30k added to the MRR and 8k followers gained. You can pause here and see the screenshots for proof if you want. All right, and yeah, that's pretty good. Then we got this B2B content marketing agency that we cash collected $21,000 in 14 days. We booked 15 calls and added 1k followers in that period. Crazy results, crazy results. You can even see him closing an accounting firm for $16k. $16k, a 3-month deal, right? A three month paid in full, which is amazing once again, from Twitter as well, which is amazing in just 14 days. And now 34.25k cash collected and 2k followers added and 35 calls booked in 30 days after this. Okay, so in the first 30 days. Right, not 14 days plus 30 days. No, I'm literally saying just the 30 days we got this result right here. So once again, if you wanna pause and analyze things for yourself, if you want, feel free to do it. And even it's good to point out that like they are literally his best clients. He's very happy with it, and they are the easiest people ever to close. And this is specifically because of some things that we do after the lead books that I'm going to go more into depth later on this video. Then we have this AIGC agency targeting B2C brands, which we added 13.6k to the MRR after launching this new AIGC offer in just 2 weeks, and literally signing a 10k month deal from Twitter, which is insane. Once again, we booked Manus AI team member, and actually the real Manus AI. So like I literally searched on LinkedIn to see the person, literally it was the team member. We booked Rizap founder, we booked the founder of Canteen AI, we booked the founder of Max Fusion AI, all of these big brands. We've booked 30 calls, added 3k followers to the 3k followers added, and now 20k added to the MRR from Twitter. Okay, you can see here once again, you can check it out for yourself if you want. Really good to point out that this client was literally saying to us that he's hella bullish on us becoming the biggest X agency, which is always nice to hear, right? And you can see here us literally booking 8 calls in a day for this client, and him asking us if we could chill, and then some screenshots of the money. And yeah, then we got this cold outbound agency, this cold outreach agency, targeting B2B companies that we added 5 figures to the MRR. Good stuff, 4k followers gains, 3.6 million impressions, all of that good stuff. Then now that you already know our case studies, I could show you more, but then the video will be huge. You probably already know that we are worth listening to and we are worth partnering to, but now you probably have some objections and you probably want to know more about the system, and that's what I'm going to be talking about in the following minutes of this VSL. Okay, so you probably think, or you've heard that Twitter lead quality is terrible, right? Many people believe that Twitter lead quality is terrible. You only attract like tar kickers and terrible people. And although it's true, of course, some people will not be qualified, and they are of course unqualified people on Twitter. They are also super qualified leads, and it's a really big untapped gold mine to find leads, very good leads on Twitter. Exactly because most people think that lead quality on Twitter sucks, so no one is doing like B2B on Twitter, no one does like go-to-market strategies on Twitter, no one is trying to sign clients on Twitter that much. So it's just like basically like an open field of like a blue ocean just to like convert everyone, okay, to literally get amazing results if you know how to target the right people, which we know, by the way. So you can see here some results of the people talking about things. You can see here us literally booking $3 million a month brands. You can see us booking $6 million a year brands. We can see us booking, this is like the calendar notifications, by the way, on the email. You can see us booking 350k a month clients, not clients, but booking these leads, which most of them converted, of course, because they are amazing leads, right? 200k a month, 150k a month, all of that good stuff. You can see us generating this amazing lead, Alex Fedotov. This was actually for this AIGC guy that we generated. This guy did like $100 billion in e-com sales. Alex Fedotov is a really big e-com guru. Then for this AIGC agency, we also generated this lead here, which is Nick, 8 figures in info, another qualified lead. And then also this guy, Alex Landings, real name is Yan Al Khalil, if I'm not mistaken. Him wanting to get an audit from the cold email setup. We almost signed him. I think we ended up not signing him, but it's still a lead, right? It's still like a qualified lead. Anyways, we also attract whales attentions. Our strategies are really good in that regards. We've attracted attention of Tristan Tate, Iman Gadzi, Roy, with our type of content strategies or type of methodologies and such around like content. You can also see Mark Bill's brands, Clifton Sellers, Jordan Welch, Oliver B, and all of these big people that we are tracking with our content strategies. Then you can see here more results. All right, you can see here some more results. You can look at this. This is specific from the Cold Outbound Agency guy. You can see us literally like him saying that like we are the craziest people that he has ever worked with, pretty much saying like we are amazing, that we are always making sure that the clients are printing, which is a really good testimonial in my opinion. And then you can see us literally going like mega viral for this client, like on the second day. This was for the agency, us going mega viral with a specific trend checking strategy inside the niche, a specific very good trend checking strategy that we did to go mega viral on a super small account, which was insane. And then you can also see one of our clients saying that like we literally changed their life, which is also amazing to hear, right? Really good stuff. A bunch of inbound leads, but yeah, I won't go too much into depth into those things. Then now you might think that we can only generate money for clients, we can only make them print pretty much, but no, like we are actually good at building brands as well, because maybe like you can see all of these flashy case studies, but then like the way that we generated results for clients was a bit like this terrible strategies, black hat things, lying to people, lying offers, terrible things, rage bait, black hat stuff, terrible things. But no, like we actually create content that will attract high level B2B companies, that will put you in the B2B Twitter space, okay, to literally put you out there into the right leads and make you attract the right people. And it will not only like go mega viral and go super well, which is by the way insane to go like this viral in B2B with highly specific content, highly targeted content. It's basically insane. Like I don't think there is anyone in the Twitter space right now pulling these numbers in B2B. Maybe in info they can, but in B2B it's very, very, very not typical to get these results. And as you can see, we are going super viral, building some amazing brand, getting literally 2.4k followers in 2 weeks and 2.5 million views in 2 weeks, without terrible rage bait that is destroying your reputation, or a fake story that is making you look like a LARP or something. Facts, bro. We are really building a good names for ourselves, and we actually know how to build a good brand even while going viral and such. Okay, then our system, basically what we do. So as soon as you wire us the money, what we start by doing is we'll send you the onboarding funnels, we send you all of that good stuff, but then we'll ask you for your main competitors, for the people that you like the most on Twitter, and for your sales calls, for your internal SOPs, your internal systems, everything that you can give us pretty much, your internal links and such. And also for one more thing that I'm forgetting, which is I think your old tweets and your old email newsletters or anything along those things. So like these 5 things that will be very, very useful in onboarding, in the strategy and positioning that we are going to be using. Okay, first of all, with your competitors, we are going to be scraping their content with a custom built AI agent to know like what is performing right now, what performed in the past, basically how to get you as viral as possible, how to get you as motion as possible, like what is emerging, what new trends are around, what are they doing, so we can do completely the opposite to actually position you uniquely in the niche, and basically so we can map out the entire niche, right, to really map out it properly. We even scrape YouTube, like their YouTube, to know these things. Okay, so we will do that first, a really in-depth market research to get to know all of these things. Then afterwards we are going to be also analyzing your previous voice to know like what were you doing, what was working before on your account with your Twitter, in case you already had motion before but now you don't, and all of these things in case you, or even if you have motion right now, like what are you doing good, right? Then we'll hop on this big onboarding call where I'll basically get to know everything about you, like your backstory. I'll get to know your unique opinions about the market. I'll get to know like your industry takes. I'll get to know your polarizing opinions. I'll get to know pretty much everything about you. Okay, everything that you might think of. I'll go on a deep dive to fully understand your ICP psychology, everything. So we will really, really go in depth into those things to fully understand you and to fully train the appointment setter, the ghostwriter, and the account manager, everyone on the team to fully understand you as a person, to create content that actually sounds like you. We'll go really, really in depth into the actual psychology of your ICP, which I really like doing. And bear in mind, sometimes these onboarding calls are so big that we literally go like 3 hours onboarding calls, okay, which is not necessary, but if you want, I'm down for it. Okay, I love it. I love to go on onboarding calls, and we are going to be really mapping out like your market skepticism, your market stage of awareness, how saturated your market specifically on Twitter is, because sometimes your market will be like super saturated on YouTube, but on Twitter is like untapped. So we'll get to know that, because then we'll have to create content based on this, right? And yeah, we'll get to know everything, onboarding, get all of the assets, get all of the SOPs to know how you do things. We'll get to know your opinions on your peers, your opinions on the ICP, your opinions on everything, then to create content around that. Then basically we'll get to know we already know your market, so we'll get to know how to position you in the market and talk with you and like basically strategize to know how to position in the market to create like this blue ocean strategy and to create like this uncontested market space and make the competition irrelevant by either going into a different ICP segment with a different offer, maybe a different approach to content, maybe a different tone of voice, a different way of writing, maybe like there are multiple ways of us standing out to really make you be like one of a kind and make you so much money, you know, to really make you be the only guy on Twitter that's actually popping out and like be the industry leader and the industry star. Pretty much that's what we want to make you. And if we want to make you be the best, you got to be different, you got to stand out, and that's why we are going to be in depth, knowing about your competitors, knowing about all of these things. Then afterwards, we are going to, after we got off that onboarding set and we have everything, we are going to be optimizing your profile to completely convey that unique positioning that we talked about earlier. So yeah, your profile picture, your banner, your bio and such. We are going to be doing XEO on your profile. So we are going to be doing keyword research to do like the X engine optimization. We are going to be doing keyword research to know like what keywords are the best on Twitter and such, so that you can appear in the search bar whenever people are looking for a service, whenever even on content. Like this will improve content targeting because we are feeding the Twitter algorithm data on like who are you trying to target and such, and that's what we are going to be doing. And now from then on, I'll just show you like on this funnel because it will be just simpler for you to understand and just like way more interesting. Okay, so then we start with the content engagement engine because we are going to be showing you everything. We start cooking up the DM SOPs and the first week of content pretty much. So when it comes to the first week of content, our strategy for the first week is to get eyes on you. So we are going to be doing launch posts, we are going to be doing all of these sorts of strategies to get you a lot of motion. We are going to be a little bit more broad and cast a wider net just to get you some motion. And then from that week onwards, we are going to be niching down bottom of the funnel, case studies and such, just to make you then do into the conversion. But first, we want to get eyes on you. We want people to know who you are. You know, we want to first people know who you are. All right. And yeah, we are going to be doing daily content for that, long form content, short form content, middle of the funnel, like mid form content. We are going to be doing everything that you might think of. We're going to be doing giveaways, articles, everything that is popping off right now, everything that is optimized for the current strategy on Twitter, what's working on Twitter right now. Then whenever there's this big, but before I go into that, we are going to be sending out the entire week of content ahead, and you're going to go into approval, see if it's looking good, then we start posting. Okay, same thing with the DMs. I'll go into the DMs in a moment, but yeah. So when it comes to the content, it will be those types of content, and we're going to be doing trend checking as well. Whenever there's like this big AI launches, this big industry news, we are going to be trend checking that on time. Like even if it's 1 a.m., you gotta call me and I'll wake up in the middle of the night and write a tweet for you to trend check that early on and fast. We are going to be doing strategic CTAs to funnel all the people from the content into your profile, into the DMing you, which will later convert in this stage of things. Okay, we are going to be doing replies on niche conversations and industry leaders to keep you top of mind everywhere pretty much. We're going to be doing replies to your competitors as well, replies to your ICP as well, to make sure that we are like top of mind everywhere. Also replies on your notifications and to the people that are commenting on your posts to make sure that you can like further nurture them if they have any question, anything like that. We are going to make sure we got an engagement specialist right on this just to literally like reply to these people. We're going to be doing giveaway launches to get you a lot of followers, getting you a lot of motion, getting you pushed to new connections, getting you a bunch of motion in pretty much. And we are going to set up a Telegram channel to nurture people outside of just Twitter, so that if you want to send out like YouTube videos, you can send out there. In case anything happens to your Twitter, then we still have the Telegram, and it's just like a good asset to build, because then you can pivot into like other platforms. If you want to pivot into things, it's an amazing asset to think. Takes us like no effort and just adds value to the service pretty much. A ton of value, by the way. If you want to know how do we structure the content, we basically create like top of the funnel, problem unaware type of content, all right, which is basically meant to just like diagnose problems, belief shifts, industry takes, basically show them that they have a problem, show them that it's a problem to not be using your service, to not be using your things, grounding them on your service benefits, grounding them on your systems, objection handling as well, handling objections, handling limiting beliefs and such, objections which we are going to be getting from your sales calls, by the way, which we scrape as I mentioned earlier. Then middle of the funnel, problem-aware content, which is more authority-based frameworks. We're going to be doing like all of this authority stuff. You know how it goes. Frameworks, like how you do certain things, many of that stuff. And then bottom of the funnel, solution-aware content. Okay, so this was problem-aware. So this is for people that are already aware of the problems, but they want to know solutions. Like how do I do things? How do I get more leads? How do I get more traffic? Bottom of the funnel is like more like case studies and such, personal case studies, client case studies, basically showing people that you know your stuff, that you can deliver this for others, and then people will think, okay, so I know my problem, I know the solution, and now I want to know how do I get it done for you. And that's bottom of the funnel content, CTAs, pitch in publics, all of that good stuff. You know how it goes. You are a B2B market agency, you already know all of this. I shouldn't even be explaining it. Anyways, then we get into the DM conversion mechanisms, which, by the way, I'm going to be cooking up a DM SOP, like an entire SOP based on your objections from your sales calls and everything. You are going to be getting that approved as well. And then we are going to be basically sending out like every single inbound with DM speed to lead, correct, dialed. You know, we answered the DMs immediately. We got an appointment setter, hired like in-house, managed, like completely vetted and like being managed to help you out with these things. And yeah, we got that inbound funnel. Also the giveaways, we're going to be sending out giveaways to people, the lead magnets, and we are going to be running that funnel as well, where it's like giveaway funnels, where it's like we're going to be DMing them after giving them the giveaway. And also your new followers, we are going to be DMing your new followers as well. That's why I say kind of inbound and outbound, you feel me? But yeah, don't worry, we aren't going to be super salesy, super pitchy. We have a very like chill approach to things. We aren't super pushy. Of course we send follow-ups, but we won't be super annoying with the follow-ups. It kind of depends. We kind of are, but like not super stupid. The follow-ups are like value driven. Everything is value driven. We don't just sell. We kind of like give value until the sale. We're going to be booking these people in completely chill. We won't like ruin your reputation on DMs. We are going to be doing this straight up like direct response pitches. No, nothing of that. It's all calm, it's all chill. All right. And then last but not least, we got lead nurturing, which is basically like whenever a lead books, we are going to be sending them out lead magnets, case studies, YouTube videos of yours to nurture them in, so that once they book a call, they are completely like hot and such, and they are like completely ready for things, and completely like warmed up and like ready to buy and such. And then we are going to be doing like, yeah, mainly that. With the lead nurturing, it's mainly that. Okay, as you can see, we move them all the way from a stranger to a book call, and then you book a call in your calendar, then you just close them, it becomes a client. That's why I say Twitter acquisition funnels, because we literally cover everything. And then we also have the ongoing analysis and optimization, where it's like we're going to be doing performance tracking, every single lead tracked on the CRM, every single thing that is happening, the views that we are getting, the KPIs. Because there's one thing that I didn't mention on the onboarding call. I'll get to know all of your goals, and then we are going to be reverse engineering your goals with KPIs. So if your goal is to get 30k followers in a month, which I hope it isn't, the KPI 10, it will be getting 1k followers every single day. The writers will be held accountable for those KPIs, and we are going to be reverse engineering everything tracked on the CRM, everything tracked on the project management tool, which by the way you have access as well, you can see that. And then we are going to be sending out, like we're going to be doing hands-on algorithm adaptations. If there's any new algo change and such, we're going to be switching up on time. If we need like more of this specific type of content, we are going to be changing that out. Data-driven iteration, everything like amazing, you know. And yeah, weekly reports as well. I'm going to be sending like weekly looms and such, explaining things, what can we improve, what can we do better and such. Monthly like checkup calls, just to know, so that the content continues improving, so that the content continues, it's not getting repetitive, because you are going to be learning new things. So it's important that the content also reflects your personal growth to build a good brand for you, pretty much. All of that good stuff, right? Monthly calls, customer success calls and stuff, to know like if everything is going well. And yeah, that's basically the system. I hope you like it. Yeah, you have a bunch of people working on your account. So as I already mentioned, appointment setters, managers, you can pause this and analyze if you want to know everyone that will be working on your account. All within constant communication on the group chat. So 24/7 access to the group chat. Whenever you have any question, just ask us, and we reply. We have an amazing customer support. And now that you know all of these things, you might be asking yourself, you might be still a little bit skeptical, because maybe you work with other ghostwriters in the past, and they like do. And they were terrible, because most people in this niche honestly are terrible, right? And now I'll just tell you basically why are we different from most ghostwriters, and why we don't even consider ourselves ghostwriters, or we don't even consider ourselves a ghostwriting agency. I call ourselves a Twitter acquisition agency. And that's mainly it's in the name, right? The name is it just gives all, because most ghostwriters, they will promise you like unquantifiable fluff. They like see success as getting you followers or getting you views, or maybe building your authority or building thought leadership or getting you industry opportunities or whatever this means, right? Doesn't even make sense. Like, what does this actually means? Like, can you put it on paper? Can you like touch it? You can't touch it. It's not tangible. It's not palpable, you know? This like weird stuff. Their offers revolve around virality too much. They promise you virality and they say that's like good, but like that's not really money. That like you care about money, or right? Like you are revenue driven. You want to scale. You don't want to get more views. And maybe you want to build a brand, but like maybe you probably want to build a brand that makes money. So why not just focus on making money and then the brand follows, instead of focusing on the brand and then thinking about the money? You know, you kind of get what I mean, right? We are way more revenue driven. We are way more like if you aren't making more money than what you are paying is, we want you to churn. You know, that's our type. That's our thought process. We aren't like these people which think, oh no, I must be paid for my work. I must be paid for my time or this. No, like we get paid based on the results. Of course, we don't do a 100% rev share basis deal, because that's just stupid, because that will just put like maybe because maybe some clients can't close people that we generate them, and you know how it goes. Like, right, of course we are not going to be running 100% rev share deal, but yeah, that's a big tangent that I'm already going into. Anyways, yeah, these ghostwriters will just like doing these terrible deals, terrible things, terrible content, AI slop, terrible AI slop. We make sure that your content won't be AI slop. We make sure that like there are no AI no AI lines. We make sure that it reflects your tone of voice. It's actually high quality content that will actually give you leads, super high level stuff, super interesting stuff. You can even see a little bit of our frameworks for literally creating content, like how we make content be unique, how we like make content be like super unique, like how much do we go into content. Pretty much we literally aim to like make your readers go into self-actualization and all of that good stuff, you know. We go really into depth into like how to create good content. We really train our writers and everyone here really well, and we make sure that the content is actually human, not like this. You are not paying for this ChatGPT tweets, and there's actually a structure. Like if you actually start paying us and stuff, you are going to be paying for a structure, for a repeatable system to get results. These ghostwriters, they have no repeatable system. It's just like they are just posting randomly. Sometimes they don't even hop on onboarding calls. They just start posting randomly. You don't want that, okay? You don't want that. And even if you hire like this in-house guy and you train him, it will be the same thing. Like if you hire this guy on Upwork or something for $500 a month, it will be the same thing. And the worst of all, they don't niche down. There's not a single Twitter agency or LinkedIn lead gen agency or any of this type of service that niches down. They never do it. They just say, oh yeah, we work with like they will say, we work with founders, agencies, coaches, course sellers, and consultants. That's normally what they say, or something. And CEOs and executives. Like, that's not a niche, right? They don't specialize in anything. They will work with whoever has money, whoever can pay us. Like, they will accept it, and that's very bad. We aren't like that. We aim to not be like that. We don't like that at all. You know, we don't like that at all. We niche down into B2B marketing agencies. We make sure that we make that work. And that's basically our mission as well. In case you are wondering, that's our mission as well. We want to be revenue driven. We want to sell results. We want to actually make things work. We don't want to sell you authority. We want to sell you results and be revenue driven. That's our mission as well. And now, last but not least, you're probably asking yourself, maybe, is this for me? Is this really for me? And I'm going to tell you, this is for you if you have an up and running business, you have a proven offer in proven markets, if you want to make Twitter your next channel, if you're looking for premium services with high quality, so you don't want to be chipping out on these terrible ghostwriters, you are organized, so you got like well documented stuff, you got like well documented case studies, and you have an interesting personality. It's probably the least important of all, but like if you have interesting personality, you are a cool person and such to be around, we will just get you better results probably. If you are more corporate, more like professionals and such, we can still get you results, but like this will be the best for people who are actually cool and high aura, charismatic individuals, okay? And yeah, this is something just for up and running businesses. So if you are still in this foundational phase, you're making like 3K a month, 5K a month, like this is probably not for you because you don't have proof of market. You probably can't even take the amount of motion that we will actually be getting you, or maybe we won't be able to get you motion because you don't have like a good business, right? So yeah, this is for proven offers. We want people who already got other channels that are working, so Twitter will be the next channel to make the next channel work. And yeah, those are the main things. that we are looking for. And then you also get some good bonuses, such as access to top talent closers, top talent designers, top talent operations guy, top talent agencies of any sort, top talent hires, because I have this big network of many people, of many clients as well, many other B2B marketing agencies, which I know personally and I trust, which I can just refer you to them, or even the other way around, like refer other people to your services as well. Basically because I know they are good and such, and it's like for no commission. I'm just doing that out of free will and out of to help those guys out and such. So if you ever need any of those things, just hit me up and I'm going to connect you with people. And now FAQs, I probably already answered every single question that you might have. Just maybe some like, do you need a large following to start? No, you don't need it. It's good, of course, it will make it easier, but it's not necessary. We've got an amazing case studies with smaller accounts and such. Can you see examples of my work? Hop on a call with me and I'll show you a couple of my clients. I can show you this on the VSL, of course, because it's public, but if it's on a sales call, it's all right with some of them allow me to do so. How long does onboarding take? Around 3 to 5 days, maybe less, maybe more. It just depends on basically like how quickly can you do revisions and such. What's included in the retainer? Let's go on the call and I'll show you pretty much. And those are the main things. How much of your time is required? Not much, probably like 30 minutes a week or something, just for content approvals. How long until you start seeing results? You probably can see like leads coming in, motion coming in like 1 to 2 weeks, and you'll start seeing like really amazing results in 60 to 90 days. Sometimes less, sometimes more, but somewhere around those lines. And now probably the last question that you have is, what is the price? And for me to tell you the price, of course, I gotta know more about your business, right? I know this is the typical appointment setter type of thing that they say, but it's true, right? I gotta know more about you. I gotta see if you are a good fit. I want to even tell you a price if you aren't a good fit. So hop on the call with me, find a time that works. If you don't find a time that works, go to actually my Twitter, just DM me there and say there are no times that work. Please add this specific time. I'll add that time, okay? Just make sure that you hop on the call. I'm going to be walking you through things. I'll see if we are a good fit for these things. I'll see if you are good for this. I'll see if you are a client that we will take on. And then afterwards, I'll see what pricing plan is better for you, for a specific stage, for a specific situation, for a specific niche, for a specific Twitter account. There are many moving factors. I gotta know more about you to tell you a good price, okay? So hop on the call. Let's talk. And that's all from my end. I hope to see you in my calendar very soon. And that's all. Thank you for watching.